Man, I hate when my camera doesn't work. Man, I got to do this video over again. So let me get right into it. All right. Maybe I'm glad I had to do it again because I could do a shorter version of it. But this 2nd November, I got like a little bit past 2 o'clock. And I guess at least it's 5 o'clock. I hope you guys had a productive day today. And you're being safe out here. Thanks for listening to the channel. Now let's get right into it. All right. I want to talk about something that it bothered me, these deplorable living conditions out there at Howard University out there in DC. All right, that I've seen a couple of podcasts on this, and I thought I'd do my own research on this this article here, where I read a couple of newspaper articles on it online, okay, about these students that's been sleeping out there outside of the admin building, all right, and sleeping on campus in tents, sleeping bags and all that, because the dormitories are deplorable, all right. They have mold, mildew, rats, roaches in the dormitories, okay. And they probably have other issues too. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised, it would be like things like asbestos or, leaking water. There was an argument that there were leaks in the building. All right, so and these are multiple attestments from these students. Okay, although the admin is denying it. Okay, some of this could be some staged events or whatever. All right, the protests about the deplorable living conditions, but I believe there's some type of truth to what they're saying. Okay, it's something like what, $50,000, all right, to $100,000 to get a degree, bachelor's degree at Howard University. So that's probably like what, $10,000 a semester, okay, to go to that school. All right. Now I'm thinking, if you're coming out of state, if you don't live in DC, okay, and they gotta pay all that money to deal with that, I just think that's unacceptable. All right. Now, one thing about that school is, well, I talked to my cousin last week. Now, that school is supposed to be federally funded, all right, because DC is technically not the state, quote unquote, so they don't get state funds, and they could not get donations. Now, that's what I was told last week when I spoke to my cousin. She went to Howard and graduated in 1996, and she was saying that they had similar problems back then, okay, about those living and other amenities or whatever that the students needed, all right, as far as in those type of improvements, okay, back in the 90s. And there's also been a person that attested that they've been protesting for decades, and now the students are getting in trouble for protesting, all right, for a school that produced all that talent, and some were activists, but I guess if the students protest at their school, then they're getting in trouble. All right, because a lot of this is about money. Now, there was a couple that donated $5 million. All right, so I'm thinking, if they are taking donations, then what are they doing with that money? Why are they not taking that money and improving that school? Maybe making new departments, making the conditions better. Now, these schools, like a lot of these HBCUs, now they try to make them a name for themselves, although a lot of, people know who these schools are, and they know the talent they produce. But a lot of these schools, let's say their athletic programs, okay, for example, that they want to play these big time Division I schools, get their ass whooped or whatever in football and basketball, just so they can get money for the school. All right, but what are they doing with that money? Well, a lot of those admins, and that's not the only school, it's others too, are taking that money and putting it in their pocket. All right, now there was supposed to have been some big thing at Howard some years back, maybe 5-6 years back, about some type of student loan fraud, all right? Back then, all right, because one of the things about these HBCUs, they have serious money mismanagement issues, all right, because they're taking these funds, these federal and state funds, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do with it. Okay, that was like 5-10 years ago. So I guess students are seeing that, and they're saying, well, why are they doing this, all this other? Yeah, but they're taking the money, but they're not trying to make things better for the students as far as making things a little bit more comfortable, all right? And they wonder why these students are getting sick. You got a little ass room, breathing in all this mold and stuff like that, all right? It's a condition that if enough mold gets inside your lungs or whatever, it could cause a serious illness, all right, long term, all right? You could die from it. It was called, I think, Staphylococcus, all right? I seen that actually on a crime investigation show. If you guys know something to that effect, if you guys know that name of that condition, let me know, all right? But it's a very, very serious, long-term, chronic condition. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Okay. I pray that they will be able to fix that, or they're going to start losing enrollment. Maybe I need to give a donation myself. All right, but the thing is, once they're getting that money, what are they doing with it? Now, I pray things improve. So let me know what you think about this video. All right, it's a damn shame, though, quite frankly. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, and let me know what you think about this video. Check out some of the other videos.